This car I'm working on, it's a 2002 Toyota Corolla. I took this socket out. It's the cigarette socket, or if you want to call it, the power outlet socket. When I took the socket out, that wire connector, it was even further back there. It's actually closer right now, and I'll show you how I was able to get it closer up here. I was trying to access the wire connector. I took this out, this part out. I took that out. I removed this part, the part that goes right here. I removed the panel here too, and there was a panel there. I removed all those parts. When I was trying to remove this part, I decided to take the tray out. To take the tray out, just pull it out and then push this part. After removing the tray, I noticed I could access the wire connector from back here. So here's what I did. I used my left hand to grab onto the wire connector, and then my right hand, this is my left hand right now, but when I was doing that, I used my right hand to hold onto this screwdriver, and then I put the screwdriver in here to help guide the connector back into here. This is the old socket that I took out. I did test this. I connect the socket to the connector on this side because it's easier to connect from this side. And then I tested it worked, so I'm gonna just put it back on. I don't know why it wasn't working before. Maybe something here got loosened, the connection with the connector. When I disconnect the socket from this side, I did have this screwdriver leaning against the connector when I pull out the socket, just so I don't stretch the wire too much, because it might get damaged. These two prongs, one is bigger than the other, so I don't think I'll make any mistake when I connect them back on. See that part? Where is it? This part. This part sticking out right there at the tip of my fingernail. That part needs to align. It needs to align. There's a little dent right here. It needs to align with that, and then push it in. I use this right here. I use it to grab onto the wire connector to turn it so the bigger prong will, and the smaller prong will match the slot that they're gonna go into. One of my hands is gonna be on the side where I took out the tray. Okay, I think it's connected right now. I needed to align that part sticking out, and then I pushed it in. So now I'm gonna just push it back in. I pulled this out and the socket was partially coming out. So here's what I did. I I use this to grab onto the socket. I turn it to, cause I think there's a tab there, to align the tab to that part, so the tab pop out a little to hold onto the socket. So now it doesn't come out partially anymore. I put everything back. So the way I took the socket out is I use this tool. See how there's a tab right there, and then on the opposite, it's right there on the bottom, and then on the opposite side on top there's also a tab. I put this in, and then these two ends push the tab apart, and then I pull out the socket. I don't want to put it in right now to show you, because if I put it in, I think the only way I will be able to remove the tool is to pull the socket out. And I don't want to pull the socket out, because if I do that, then it might get disconnected from the wire connector. I got this power outlet removal tool. I got it from Amazon. I couldn't find any seller that sell just the tool. Every seller I found, they sell a socket with it. This power outlet socket doesn't work for Toyota. At least from the information from the seller, it doesn't work for Toyota. It's only this tool that I need, and this should be universal. The socket removal tool, it should be universal. This is the car I just worked on. Thanks for watching.